be on a Sunday afternoon like this. Now it's a rainy day. And you know, we've been warned about floods, okay? So we clean our drains. Then you stay away from the drains so that the city doesn't get flooded, and then we have a problem, isn't it? Okay, so but try as much as possible to keep warm. Please, keep warm, however you do it. Just keep warm so that you don't get cold, because the rain hasn't actually stopped yet. But then in order to make your day worth the while, this program is meant for you. And you have a whole lot of things happening on this program today. Apart from entertainment, we're going to have an entertainment guru actually talk about a lot of things that will make you laugh, okay? Then we're also going to talk about the economy, looking at the printing industry, a whole lot of things. Then, of course, there are a lot of people who did some philanthropic activities and all that. So, but the whole idea is to keep you warm, they say, isn't it? Now, Tuesday is World Tourism Day. That's the 27th day of September. Of course, this year we're talking about tourism and then the greens, okay, trying to bring green back to the environment. But in Nigeria, how many tourist sites have you ever visited? Why are you planning to travel outside Nigeria to see somewhere exotic? But there are some very wonderful exotic places in Nigeria. And there are tour guides as well in Nigeria now. I mean, it's becoming big business. So why don't you visit somewhere exotic in Nigeria at this period? Do it so that we can celebrate the World Tourism Day and map our strategies for creative innovations in the tourism industry. That's what's important. My name is Chris Aquarando, welcoming you to today's bumper edition of the Sunday Show. Now, there's something, okay? I talked about cold, okay? And then, of course, No Nyama Nyama is here to make you sweat. I can assure you, he's ready to make you sweat. Don't listen to the bell, right? I'll be right back. Don't go away.
See what matter? Action is the difference. Action is the difference. When you bring those people that are dreaming and those people that are succeeding. Action. We have to take action. When they fall, we made it to you here. Still on the matter. Let's go straight to the action. You are going to burn fat. You are going to build muscle. You are going to enjoy yourself. Add this routine to your workout. What? To your workout. When you see yourself tomorrow by the grace of God. And let's start this matter. Now we are going to be running 7 seconds. Just you enjoy this one. This one we call it get into a split squat. You know what a split lunge means. And then we are going to be running on this what position. From here we are going to be doing something to your core muscle. From there we are going to bring in the pushing action to it. Oh yeah, still on the matter? Now and let's start running. I told you, Boluba, intelligently. Keep running. Heart rate is going up. I had the bell. Switch the legs and continue the run. I know. Hey, beginners, you can't do this. Enjoy yourself. We just talked about using number six. Heart rate is our main focus here. You can enjoy it any which way. Beginners, you are covered. You can even see step out and in. Out and in. And yes, I told you 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is gone. Now let's look and see how we're going to attack the core muscle. Take advantage of the leg. Now we're going to call in our knee to be tucked in this way. In and out. Every 7 seconds, let's go. In and out. Something will happen here. Just watch. In and out. Drag that stomach in. Oh yeah. Hold it. 90 degrees with that leg. If you come there, yama. 90. Tuck it in. Oh yeah. Continue again. In and out. And there's another thing here. When you breathe out and you breathe in, you get more. Hold it. Cinch the stomach in. If you are tired, you rest. Sit it. I told you we are going to bring in the pushing muscle. When you know pushing muscle, you have push-up. You have shoulder, tricep muscle. Oh yeah, now let's see how it goes again. This one we're going to add another small technique to it. When the bell rings, we start doing the push-up and jab. This one is for advanced men. If you are not advanced, push up. Out. Oh yeah, here. Hold it. Hold it here. Calm down. If you hear the bell again, we'll go again. Push up and down. Push up and down. And hold. We're almost there. Keep the stomach tucked in. Press in the ground. Press in the ground. I I told you we were going to do what? We will burn a lot of fat, build muscle intelligently. Then what will happen? You are going to be doing what? You are going to be changing. It won't happen one day. Let's go back where we came from. Oh yeah, let's.
Round one.
You want 100 meters? 100 meters. If you check, it didn't work. Oh, take it. Beginners, I've not forgotten you. Beginners, you did dropping jack. Heart rate is going up. Oh my God. Beginners. Oh my God. I'm enjoying it. I'll just do everything tomorrow. Oh, what else can rest and walk is key. You remember all the other movement I told you about? Because we are a little bit short of time. I told you, because your word, add them to your workout routine and thank us later. Still on the matter. Take action tomorrow by the grace of God. We'll be jam next week. And keep watching the Sunday.
I am grateful. Jesus, I'm grateful. Jesus, I'm here again to say thank you. Thank you. I am so grateful for your love. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the things you have done and the things you will do. I'm not worthy to receive this kind of your love, but your grace has found me, an ordinary me. So I'm here to return all the glory to you. Wekobiro, yeah, Wekobiro, 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 oh, Heneme Wekobiro. Wekobiro, 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 oh, say Wekobiro, Wekobiro. Lord, we thank you. Yes, now only you, nobody but you. Nobody but you. Now only you. Nobody but you. Nobody but you. No, no, none can love me the way that you love me, oh God. You're my help, my strength, the lifter of my head. You have fought and you won, now the victory is mine. I'm just here to return all the glory to you. Raise a voice and say,
yeah, a warm, lovely afternoon out there to you. As I welcome you to the sports segment of the Sunday show, I'm Stanley Kufort, and we are good to go for today. Really, one is not around, but the show has to go on. I'm here, so let's go. We start with the Olympics, table tennis, the ITT African qualifying zone. Nigerian Paralympic table tennis team have qualified for next year Paralympic in Paris 2024. The Nigerian team got a ticket while participating in the African qualifier, which was hosted in Egypt, with about 16 other countries participating, and Nigeria have a ticket to be in Olympic. Congratulations to the Nigerian table tennis Paralympic team. Away from that, we move to the National Youth Sports. The stage is set in Asaba, Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba. From yesterday, about 4,500 athletes, junior athletes, will be vying for space and position in the Nigerian Athletics Federation. We have 36 states plus the FCT, and we have about 11 sports to be participating on. And we wish through this, more young new talents will be added to the Nigerian sport field. Away from that, we move to football. Football is the in thing now, as all is now set for the draw of Côte d'Ivoire 2023. Actually, Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is going to be in 2024. It was supposed to be in 2023. But because of the coronavirus that moved things backwards, we are having it in 2024. And everything is now set as the ports have been created. 3 ports. Nigeria is in port 4 ports. Nigeria is in port 2. Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Congo. Meaning Nigeria and the teams in that port will never meet themselves. We have in port A, Côte d'Ivoire, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt. Meaning Nigeria can meet any of those teams in group port 1. Then in port 3, we have South Africa, Cape Verde, Guinea, Zambia, Equatorial Guinea, and Mauritania. We have in port 4, Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola, Gambia, and Tanzania. And we wish Nigeria will have a wonderful stay in Côte d'Ivoire. As the draw will be made, the group's draw will be made in Côte d'Ivoire on October 12th, which is about 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now on. We'll know who Nigeria will meet in the group stage, and after the group stage, what will be the permutation? Who are we meeting? Senegal, Morocco, Egypt. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. In Europe, yesterday, we saw what happened, even within the week. The Champions League kick off in earnest. Man City, the defending champions, started on a bright note. Liverpool is not in the Champions League, but they were in the other Europa Junior team, Europa League. They won away from home. Manchester United lost 4-3 away to Bayern Munich. And we saw how they came back yesterday to win 1-0 away to Burnley, because without that one win yesterday, the stage will have been set either for the termination of Erik ten Hag tenure. And as it is now, which coach is the first coach that will be sacked in EPL? Everton made his first win yesterday by defeating Brentford away from home 3-1 to make a statement that they are still in the Premier League. And today there will be matches. Liverpool against West Ham, Arsenal against Tottenham, Brighton versus Bournemouth, and all this will happen by 2 p.m. Nigerian time. Go out there and cheer your clubs. As I hand over to Mr. Chris for the continuation of the Sunday show, from my end is bye-bye from me. Mr.
Thank
Chris,
you.
over to you.
Thank you, Stan. You know, whichever team we meet in Côte d'Ivoire 2024, we don't care.
Yeah.
We'll beat them.
Yes.
That's the
because
spirit,
we have
right?
the
We have the
hottest
people.
guys.
Exactly. Now, this is still the Sunday show, and I hope you enjoy the sports information. Do join Stan again on Sunday for another edition of that. But you're still watching the Sunday show, and then this is the era of palliative, the era of trying to cushion the effects of whatever subsidies that was removed. I don't know what you think about that. Well, but what's most important is that the Côte-d'Ivoire SCDA gave out palliative to the residents of that area. Well, recognized, residents of that area. And then let's see what happened and who got what. Don't go away.
It's a moment of relief and solace for the people of Côte-d'Ivoire Local Council Development Area, as the council chairman, Honorable Razak Olamilekun Ibrahim, rolls out the second batch palliative for residents to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal.
This is a general palliative. It's for everybody, and this is how we are doing that to get close to the community. We are working together with the councillors and the executive member and the management. So we have gone around to the community with CDAs so that we are getting the numbers from the people, so that we are not going to repeat same people. So cover the number of what we are targeting.
Importance is to ease the tension created by the fuel subsidy removal.
This is the second phase. We did the one last month. This second we are doing. We are planning to do 6 times, from what my boss has told you, and this second one. And the major importance is just to bring down the tension that is in town.
Beneficiaries expressed satisfaction for the palliatives.
I greet them.
I thank them, thank the chairman for making sure that the palliative get to everybody in this area. But at the moment, we thank his effort. We believe as he give us this one, more will still come.
On behalf of Nuru, we are very happy for the chairman and the councillor for the palliative which we have received today, and we are very happy.
The food package palliatives by the Koka-Aguda Local Council Development Area will be shared to over 10,000 residents.
This is Nigerian Television Authority Channel 10, Lagos Station for Excellence, and this is a Sunday show. If you're just joining us this rainy day, of course, this is a Sunday show, whereas would you rather be on a Sunday afternoon? Now, speaking of the rain and Sunday afternoon, have you ever used paper recently? Okay, I mean, that means you either must have written something or read something or touched paper. The printing industry is actually having a lot of problems. And we have someone in the studio who would be talking about the printing industry in relation to the economy and what that industry is lacking. And I have Princess Funla Okewo. Princess Okewo, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now you're looking so sporty. Is it because you're in the paper industry?
Yes, it's because I'm in the paper industry.
That's why you're
and
looking
it's
sporty.
raining.
And it's raining. All right. You know, Princess was running in the rain today, and you could have seen her. That was interesting. Okay, well, Princess, on a more serious note, we're in trouble, isn't it?
Yes.
In serious trouble.
Yes.
Because we need paper. We're not producing here, but we need to produce here. So, could you paint a picture of the printing industry and then what we're lacking?
Thank you very much. In the first place, I want you to know, Nigerians and government, that paper is our second oil.
Wow. Maybe I should resign from here and go and join you.
Is our second oil, and I'll tell you the reason why is our second oil, and the reason why government touchlights
Should be on it.
should be on it. We spend nothing less than about $5 billion to import
Paper.
paper
Annually.
annually. And if you really look at it, we don't have dollar anymore.
Yeah.
We need to be looking at backward integration.
Okay. So as to bring in the dollar and conserve it.
Yes. If you look at Nigeria now, we're about 250 million.
Well, okay.
And
Estimated though.
maybe we'll have about 2.5 paper mill here in Nigeria. And when I say 2.5, the half is crawling. I wouldn't want to mention names because I'm online.
That will be advertisement. So
That
don't
would
do
be
that.
advertisement.
Unless you pay for them.
But what we'll be looking at, even the 2 mills, what they are doing is recycling,
Yes.
using waste to turn it into
Paper.
paper. And if you really look at it, a lot of recycling would make the quality of paper less quality at the end
It
of
won't.
the
It
day.
won't be very durable in the process.
Yes.
After some years.
After
it,
some years,
it will start flaking.
because of the continuous
Recycling.
recycling. Our solution is to look inwards. First and foremost, raw material. Years back, when we have the Okuibokun, the Iwokwe paper mill, yes, they were using the maliners. Maliner is okay for using paper, but when you look at the world now, nobody is ready to invest for 12, 14 years before he gets back the return on its investment. The gestation period of a myliner tree now is about 12 years. The world has gone nuclear, and there are researchers working on daily basis. You have the canals, the canals, which could be planted.
Yeah, yes, I understand the gestation period of a canal is about 6 months.
It's about 6 months. And you have the bamboo.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of bamboo here, do we?
Everything
can
can
plant.
be, we can plan. For example, we did a seminar where we invited the Kenaf farmers. The Kenaf farmers, there are some people that came from Switzerland that gave them money, and they planted the Kenaf. They exported it out of this country. Why can't we? Our solution is to have clusters.
Okay.
With 5 million...
Oh, you're talking about clusters of canaf growers.
The, everything is a value chain. The value chain, some people will invest in the planting of the kenaf. Some people might invest in planting of the bamboo.
Okay.
Some people can...
Depending on the soil that it grows
it depends on the soil that is growing. And when it comes to the machinery itself, some people might invest in the machinery.
Absolutely.
So it's a value chain. And if we don't have that kind of big money, with $5 million, you can get a small paper mill that will be able to produce maybe about 20 tons per day.
Okay. Hold on. The Okuiboku, I understand is being revitalized, but it cannot be the way it was in the 90s, okay, because you don't need such bogus industries now. You just need to do miniaturized industries, right? The Iwokwe, as well, I understand is being revitalized, but what's happening to these places? Why is it so slow to bring back paper mills in Nigeria?
Well, talking about that might be a little bit political.
Okay.
But the deed is done. Let's look at what is the solution. We should be looking at the solution. Number one, we should have a paper research institute.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that there's raw material research.
There is, but paper research, which is important.
We need to have a paper research institute.
On its own.
On its own. Because it's something that can even generate income.
No, but it
for
will
the government.
It will generate income for the government anyway.
Lots of dollars. A ton of paper now is about $1,300.
You can imagine that.
And if we are able, for example, in my own company, we consume about 250 tons monthly. So imagine all other companies that will be generating paper.
Or that will be needing paper.
That will be using paper. Apart from the internal consumption, let's look at what we are going to export to neighboring countries. Egypt, for example, has about 25 paper mills. And Nigeria has 2.5. Look at the...
2.5 that are wobbling.
Yes. look at the population of Egypt
And
and
that
look
of
at
Nigeria.
the population of Nigeria.
That's the need for
Ah,
paper
yes,
between the two countries.
Yes, and maybe we need to even correct that mindset that, oh, paper. Who is using paper anymore?
People are using paper.
There's internet, there's this. We don't need paper anymore.
This is paper.
Yes, we need paper. You can even do without this. You can use your laptop.
I can't, but I want to
But I
use
want to
it.
ask you one question.
Yes,
If you get 500 mails per day,
yes.
how many are you able to read?
Aha.
That is one.
And
Maybe
keep-
you are able to
yeah.
read about 20. Secondly, look at our retirees that are in remote villages.
Okay.
How do they get their correspondence?
They need paper.
They need paper. They need to read. Even in
Calendars,
Europe,
magazines, diaries.
yes,
You need
even in Europe,
they see the
where
newspaper.
all this civilization of internet started,
They use
they
paper.
still use paper. United States of America is the highest usage
of paper.
And manufacturing of envelopes.
Envelopes, yes.
So the ideas must change. For example,
Welcome to the news highlights on NTA International. I am Olajide Bello. The head of Sudan's army says he is willing to talk to the commander of rebel forces who has been battling for control of the country. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan said he was ready to sit down with the Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, leader of the Rapid Support Forces RSF. The two men have been fighting a brutal internal war since April, which the UN says has left more than 5,000 people dead. It says that more than 5 million people have been displaced. General Burhan, who seized power in a coup in 2021, was speaking in an interview after addressing the UN General Assembly in New York. 2 people have been killed and 5 others injured after shells were fired on the historic northern Malian city of Timbuktu, the army says. Report says military blamed what it called terrorists for the shelling. Timbuktu, a UN-designated World Heritage Site, has been under siege in recent weeks by jihadists, leading to acute food shortages. Back in 2012, it was captured by Islamist and Tuareg fighters who were eventually ousted by French forces. The insurgency was the main reason Mali's military seized power in 2020, accusing the civilian government of failing to provide security. It pledged to end the militant attacks, but in recent months, it appears they have been on the increase. The Nigerian army is to leverage technological advancements to further improve its ongoing international security operations. This came to bear at the end of a 2-week leadership training course organized by the Nigerian Army Resource Center in Abuja. The course also seeks to enhance operational efficiency by bridging gaps between senior and junior cadre officers during the operations. At least 34 people died in Benin, Nigeria's border on Saturday when a contraband fuel depot exploded into flames, sending up a black cloud of smoke into the sky and leaving dozens of charred bodies at the site, a government official and residents said. The blaze erupted at a warehouse for smuggled fuel in the southern Benin town of Semepoji, where cars, motorbikes and tricycle taxis came to stock up on fuel, according to local residents. And those are some of the trending stories on the hour. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.
On NTA Channel 10.
news highlights from the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. You're back to Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, station for excellence. And this is the Sunday show. And I'm here with Princess Funlayo Okeowo. We are talking about the paper industry, which will also dovetail into the printing industry. And then she's painting a bleak image of that industry. And then, so we'll continue that discussion now. You were talking about the need to have a backward integration one, the need to cultivate kenaf and bamboo. Okay, it will not only be used internally, we will also export and then make some dollars. You were talking about it. So can you continue with that?
Yes, even our used clothes can be used for paper.
Oh, really?
Our ewedu that we use, that we eat, sorry, can be used for paper. But it seems that the mentality that, oh, it's internet, we don't need paper again. America is the highest user of paper. Yet, internet is still going on, and their paper industry is still growing. We are appealing. We don't want this industry to die.
Okay.
Because the people who introduced us to this, they still have it. Their post office, I'm not trying to advertise for...
No, but it's the truth. Their post office is still being used.
For the Royal Mail of England. But the Royal Mail of England is still there. The Canadian Post is still there. The US too
the US Post
is still there. And it's because paper is going down in Nigeria. Why do we have to follow the high trend to the detriment of killing our own
Okay, we don't really have much time now. Let's have you advise those in authority, and of course those in your industry as well, as to what to do. Because if you don't shout, if you don't scream, the government wouldn't know that you're having issues.
We need a paper research institute.
Okay.
We need investors to come into this industry. People who are going to invest in the value chain, like planting of the kenaf, planting of the bamboo. Because when I spoke to the president of the Kanaf Farmers Association, he said all they need is money. They need people to invest.
So that they can grow this.
So that they can grow. And also invest into the machinery too, which is very, very important. As for me, I'm sorry to be advertising myself, but I'm a #1 investor who is ready to invest into that industry. Because you can never go wrong with paper. Even the waste can be recycled. I was saying one important thing before the news went off. For example, now, if you look at litigation when it comes to the political setting, going up and back and forward. Yes, I'm not saying that the card reader is not working, but we have the likes of the tear resistant envelope and tamper proof that even if you drop it into water,
it's waterproof.
It's waterproof, and if it is opened, you find void, opened, so that all ballot boxes that are inserted into that envelope,
all
ballot papers that has been in that envelope will prove to whoever is carrying it that it has been tampered with. And if those type of envelopes are being bought, used by INEC, I mean, we won't be where we are today with serious litigation, paying for money. For example, I manufacture envelopes, so they can come to
now it's time to thank Princess Funlayo Kyowa. She's a businesswoman in the
I'm an
paper
industrialist.
industry. She's an industrialist.
I'm the MD of FAE Limited,
Limited, okay.
the largest envelope manufacturer in
Yes,
Nigeria.
that's true. That's true. And then we're grateful for having her come to talk to us about the paper industry. And then we do hope that those in authority have listened and watched her. They've heard what she has said, and then the examples she has given. What's happening in Europe and America, how they're using paper, and how we can not just use paper internally, but also export and then earn some foreign exchange. Thank you very much, Princess, for being
Thank you very much. And
no, we do
thanks
hope you
for
come
having
again.
me.
We do hope you come again to, when we're talking about the larger economy and then, of course, the business of printing.
I don't mind.
Please do come. All right. And then also bring your paper to our program and sponsor our program. Thank you so much. All right. This is still the Sunday Show on NTA Channel 10 Lagos. There's a group called Wikipedia Users Group, and then every year they celebrate, using what their research findings are about the country. So they did that in their celebration this period. So let's find out what they did, what they found out about Nigeria, and what they did with their findings. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
Wikimedia Nigeria User Group is a community of volunteers that works around contributing to Wikipedia and its sister project. So basically what we do is we train interested Nigerians on how to use Wikipedia, and we have contributed to so many areas, in area of education, in area of gallery, library, art and museums. We contributed in the area of contribution of photos to improve Nigerians' image on the internet, and most of our contributions are focused on how we can improve the image of Nigeria on internet, on Wikipedia.
So here we're able to showcase, good photography from Nigeria to the world, and it started by trying to weed out, the best top 3 or top 10 from about thousands, I think 3,000 and something photographs, and as part of the 5-member jury, we did all we did, and we selected the best photos.
Talks about story that we're able to, for the last 8 years, one of the things we've done is that we've been able to ensure that more Nigerians have access to information on Wikipedia. We've been able to ensure that there are a lot of more articles about Nigeria on Wikipedia. We don't have that before we came into the picture, but right now you have a lot of articles about Nigeria on Wikipedia, on the internet. And what this does for us as a country is that it gives us better visibility as a country. When we have some of this content on Wikimedia, on Wikipedia, a lot of people now know about Nigeria, just mere Googling, just mere searching. So
Girl, I just want me to rock. Girl, I just want me to vibe. Girl, I just want me with you like ice water. Me and mama should be about you. Please spend you my paper. After tonight, I go live to see you later. Pass on a vendetta. Against me, cause of you, I got many haters. I'm a girl, fine for your guy. Baby, waiting you define for your life. My affair broke, nigga, fight for your life. Roll with me, make I blow your ass out like Marilyn Monroe, you to set. Every man wants to open bonnet. No freaky, but they want to collect. Better guys cast like a cassette. Mama let, don't you forget. Me and me cocky, but now I'm the pressure. I don't fall, baby ticket. Back as it causing domino effect. You like it? You don't need to introduce yourself. Michael Jackson, Thriller, you are better. If I say you for dark, have you tell?
This is Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos Station for Excellence. This is the Sunday Show on a rainy afternoon. Well, the entertainment industry, well, we will always be in the news anyway. A lot of things are happening. The death of Mohbad is actually bombarding everywhere. Everybody's keen in on his personality and his death. Well, what makes it disheartening are the stories that we're hearing behind the scenes concerning his death, you know, the remote causes of his death, and of course the immediate causes of his death. But again, it's also bringing to the fore the death of other artists in the recent past. But aside that, it's becoming a signpost to the life in the entertainment industry as it is, because of a lot of things that are happening, you know, bullying, you know, cultism, and some other untoward practices within the industry. And also we hear about, you know, drug consumption, so on and so forth. Now, this is not politicizing Mohbad's death, because politicizing it does not make any kind of sense. What is important is that we look at the remote causes of his death. What were the things that led to his death? How was he brought up? What is the situation of our families? What is happening in our families? How do our families contribute to the pressure on the entertainer? What life does the entertainer live? That's also very important. What sort of life does the entertainer live? What drives the entertainer? Okay, it's not just in the music industry. It's also there in the movie industry. It's also there in the writing industry. Okay, so the whole gamut of the entertainment industry is having issues. And then we need to x-ray that. Of course, my next guest will be looking at the entertainment industry, be looking at what is happening within the industry. Now, being part of the industry as well, there are things that I feel, there are things I felt, and I know there are things I'm still going to feel though. But I do not know what other artists are feeling out there. I do want us to put our heads together and think about how to salvage the industry. Now, bullying is not only in the entertainment industry. I want us to know this. It's not just in the entertainment industry. Not quite long ago, we had stories of students being bullied and some died. Okay, so it's not just in the entertainment industry. What about in the medical industry? What about the, you know, defense industry? So, but my guest, you know, Dan Ibie, will be talking about the entertainment industry. Then I'll be right back. Don't go away. He's here, so I welcome him. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
Can I you just start my thinking, oh, and I know they know what's up. Say if I let me know what's in your mind, and I will let you know what's in my mind. So if you both know what's in we define, straight to the point, make we know it's a time. Say you don't need to the book, you don't need to the phone.
Now, Dan, a lot is happening in our industry. All right. I just introduced you before you walked in, and I do know that a lot of our viewers are interested in learning about what's happening. Okay, it's Mohbad everywhere. Okay. And I'm just saying it's not just about the music industry. It's not just about Mohbad. The entertainment industry is going through a lot of pressure now. You know, could you just paint a little picture of the kind of pressures we're going through?
Well, the pressures are in myriad forms. Just like Nigeria is going through
problems too.
The problems. So, but the good thing with our industry is that we're happy people. You know, no matter how the situation is, when we come like in front of the cameras like this,
we smile.
We smile. Just put everything, you know, behind us. We have policy issues. We have, you know. I still think that Nigerians are still finding it difficult to accept us Now they're beginning to see us as people, as politicians, that we have so much money to share,
Throw about,
to throw around. You know, for example, I'm a producer director. I mean, I want to use a facility to shoot, and somebody is telling me to bring millions.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, my budget cannot even carry that.
Where are you going to make the money from?
You know, unlike before when we were, you know, starting off in the 80s, 90s, people are free to, you know, are willing.
Willing. In
support
fact,
you.
I remember I had lunch. I mean, someone prepares lunch. And gives
Someone
me.
prepare lunch and bring,
Yes.
you know, take you and bring their car and say, oh, where are you going to?
Yeah,
Take you to location.
okay.
For those of us who, you know, back then who didn't have cars, we had people wanting to support us, wanting to be your friend just because they see you on TV, they see what you do and they support. But right now, it's all about the money. I think number one is the money. Money is like everything. You can't say hello to anybody now without
Doling our money. Well, I'm talking to Daribi. He's a producer director. Of course, he's an actor too. And for those of you who, not too long ago, you could see he's an intense actor. Okay, let me just ask you. Yes, I'm an actor, but I have problems with a level of acting. You are an intense actor. Okay, I do know that some of us who acted back then, we were brought up in a certain way that it can't leave you. You know, it's not just about saying the lines, but understanding the essence of the lines. So, how do you see that vis-a-vis the level of publicity we have attained?
Back in the days, we did what we did, not for money. See, money is still a factor now because it's a problem that transcends. We did what we did out of passion. And then there was this, like what you find in the Igbo setting, apprenticeship. People have to go through apprenticeship to climb the ladder, but these days, people just want to blow. You know, so they don't take time to learn the craft. Back in the days, you have to be on stage. You have to learn from the professionals. And then you too want to become a professional one day. You don't just
You have your dreams then.
Yes. So back then, most of the actors we have back then are deep, what I would call deep actors. Because one, they will pick the script, they will understand the script, they will work on the script. But these days, from a guy or a girl will finish on set and he's moving to the next one. No
It's
time
like,
to wash.
it's like a microwave kind of stuff.
Microwave,
right?
yes. No time to wash. So you're bringing the same action on this set and
To the other set.
and if you're looking to, you know, in the industry now we have people that I call them stock characters. They play the same thing. You can see them in 10, 20 different roles playing the same thing. So they go from one set to the same. They're just making money.
Yeah.
Theirs is let me fill my pocket, not the craft. And that's why you see that even the older ones, when you see them on TV, vis-a-vis the new ones, you can easily find distinctions between them because you see that this one is a deeper actor,
And
that was just a shallow
interpreter
actor,
of roles, right?
you know, because it don't take time. Everybody wants to look good on screen, look Mr. Macho, look good with the hair. You understand? You don't spend time
In training
understanding-
yourself.
in training and understanding the craft.
Okay.
You know, like for me, it's a problem. When you give me a script, I need to sit down,
Study.
study the script, understand, and then find like 3 different ways of interpreting it. You know, and then get ready. But yeah, you just pick the script and you're on the next set.
Now,
How
I'm going
do
to
you
put
think?
you on the spot. I want you to do just a few seconds monologue for me, you know, for our viewers, so that why I'm doing this is because you are coming from a point where there's intense acting, and having watched you, I see, you know, the way you interpret scripts and all of that. So, could you just do a little bit of something for us now?
His Royal Highness has split me to the bone. Too bad for him. Just too bad for him.
Yes.
I have always worried that if a fowl should upset my better star, I shall retaliate. Now, Mr. Chris, you told me a few days ago that I'll be having my consignment. What happened?
Thank you so much. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, now I've had some young players in the industry here who are beginning, as actresses. And I sort of pitied them too because of what affects them, the level of experiences they're having at the same time. Now, do you think we're actually mentoring them well?
I would say no. Some of them are not even ready to be mentored. That's one. So you're meeting someone on set. Back in the days, again, I won't forget. So when you come on set and you meet people like Uncle Oludi Jacobs, you meet people like Auntie Taiwo Jailai sets, you meet
Even Sam Loco, them and so on and so
Sam
forth.
Loco, he trained me.
And then
you want to meet with them,
okay.
You want to talk with them and understand how they have been able to manage, So you learn by understanding them. But here, they come on set, nobody wants to deal with you, okay? And they want to I'm the actor here, you should reference me, So people don't spend time to, to study people. People just want to be the star when they come into the, you have to be, no matter how,
immediately.
No respect.
Yeah.
But we still find, in Yoruba industry, they still do that, they respect themselves. And no matter, even if it's a day that somebody is your senior, you respect.
Okay. Well, I wanted to give advice to the older actors and then, of course, the younger ones now. And then the government. I wanted to give the new government advice as to what they should do for the entertainment industry, how we can sanitize the entertainment industry, how we can grow the entertainment industry.
First, I would say we need the continuous support from government, because we don't, the last we had was during the Jonathan government, where they supported the industry with funding, training, which we still need. A lot of people still need training, even though we have places now like calling them institutions for training. We still need more, of those trainings, this support financially. We need institutions that government can establish. The Nigerian Film Corporation
needs to be revitalized, right?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Okay, I'd like to thank Dan ABA for being on the program today. In spite of the rain, he left set and waded the rain, came in here. I'm so grateful. Thanks so much for being here. God bless you now.
We're passionate about what we do.
All right.
Birthday to you.
Now, the studio has been invaded.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. He's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hooray! And so say all of us. Hooray! And so say all of us. Hooray! For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Please hold on. On behalf of the entire group production team of the Sunday Show, we want to say a very big thank you to you for all you do for us on the Sunday Show. Every Sunday, you don't miss it. You're here. Come rain, sunshine, you're here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for all you do for the Sunday Show.
I'd like to thank the producer. We don't have a whole day here. I'd like to thank the producer and then, of course, the line producer, the engineers, of course, T-Fit. And then Dan is here. You see, this is exciting, that you're here today. And then those behind the scenes, the cameramen, you don't see them. But without them, you can't see me. All right? Just that you can't have a star without a fan.
Yes.
So I am so grateful for this. I actually don't celebrate. This is amazing. Now, let's give it to NTA Eternal Lagos. Hip hip hip! Now, that's our program today, the Sunday Show. If you did enjoy it, come and eat the cake. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye for now.
Time for you.
Those kisses are reminiscence. Wait for me. Reminisce, wait for me. I want to use my last cat to spoil your life. Oh, I want to go market here, market the shot. I love you. You get it the way you did do me, and I be explain. Baby, you make me
I've been out here thinking, I've been smoking and overdose drinking. Trying to make you queen and a wife. My macaroni with cheese on the side. Hello, hey shawty, nice to meet ya. I got make money spoil you and your sister. Make I send rhyme to your